Thank you for tuning into my videos. To support the channel and unlock exclusive perks, you can join us on YouTube channel membership and Patreon. Follow the links in the video description below. Select your level of support and help keep the content coming. This channel exists because of the support we have from fans just like you. Thanks and enjoy the video. Welcome to another episode of Warhammer 40,000. It is 2,000 points, 1,000 Suns Chaos Space Marines against the Imperial Fists. This is a warm-up battle. 1,000 Suns army, but something different going on with them. We'll take a look at those in just a moment, and then they're going to go up against the Imperial Fists. An army that I'm working on in the background. I have got a couple of units on the painting desk currently, so we want to get some games in with the Fists, try and polish off their list as a pure Imperial Fist time without any support from other units. But in the meantime, we will use this list here and then just get some practice in with that and try and refine it as much as possible. So for the Fist, it's the Anvil Siege Force Detachment. Going to stick with that. Going from, in no particular order, the Dreadnoughts running across the back. So we have a Redemptor Dreadnought with Macroplasma Incinerator. There's a second one, same loadout, just borrowed from the Red Scorpion, so two of those. A Brutalis Dreadnought, taking the Talons and Multi-Melter. For that, we have the Bunker, just for the Imperial Fist kind of theme. Then Bikers, so we have Outriders. We've taken an ATV with a Multi-Melter upgrade, and then the Chaplain will go with them, is the plan. We have Eradicators with 4 Melter Rifles and 2 Multi-Melters. Heavy Intercessors, big squad of 10, 2 Heavy Bolters inside that squad. We have Captain Parmenion, the Captain in Gravis Armour. We have a second Captain in Gravis Armour. Both have taken upgrades, so Stoic Defender for the second Captain, and Indomitable Fury, that's the 2+ get back up again ability for Captain Parmenion. We have a regular Tech Marine, a Lieutenant Cletus, who has been upgraded to take Architects of War, so ignores cover when he and his units shoot. And the idea is he's going to go with the Intercessors. I am going to lump them together this time as a full squad of 10, so with their bolters and then 2 grenade launchers inside that squad. And then finally we have servo turrets, so 2 of those, and they're going for the las cannon option. So for the Fists, we have Commander and Sub-Commander allocated. So Vagabond will be in charge. We're going to put him onto Captain Parmenion here for this game. That's one of our Phoenix Lord supporters at top tier. And then Sam Hermes, one of our second tier Autarch supporters, and he will go on to the second Gravis Captain across here. So then we have gold level Patreons, top supporters on Patreon to help us out with some dice rolling. So name shout out and dice at some critical point during the game. Mostly picked Imperial players. So Michael Fry, Ray Cross, Midnight Miniatures, Lee C, who plays Imperial Fists, Ite Miara, Blood Angels Ryan, Chris Heim, Nicholas Lucas, Sam Hermes, Plumhammer, and Gareth Wallace. So that is the list for the Space Marines. We will take a look at the Thousand Suns next. For discount 40k, do check out gamingfigures.com. Link for them in the video description below. You can get a hold of your 40k stuff from them at a discounted rate. You can tap into free shipping. If your order's large enough, you get extra discounts with them. And not just 40k, they're a hobby store, so they stock all sorts of gaming systems, terrain, accessories, and so on. Link for them below. So, 2,000 points of Thousand Suns. The bulk of this army has come from Art W Studios. They very kindly lent us this Thousand Suns force here. And the idea is I've already got Thousand Suns, so I'm going to take some of the units to bulk this army out to push it up to 2,000 points. So there should already be on the channel an army list video where we go through the list from Art W Studios and then ask for suggestions as to what other units to add. So I have added some units in, but this list is very experimental. If you haven't seen that video already, do check it out. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you what suggestions you'd have to complete this Thousand Suns army. So I want to take what's come from Art W Studios and then just bulk it out with models from my existing collection. But it means we can run a different Thousand Suns army, certainly running some different units, such as this giant chicken here, the mother of all chickens. It's the Lord of Change. So that's going to be featuring here in this game, and actually a debut for that model on the channel. I don't think it's ever been seen on the channel before. So before we get stuck into the list, do check out Art W Studios. Massive shout out to them. They've lent us this army here, so we really will try and look after it, but that's Araman painted up by them. You can get in touch with them for your own painting commission work. I'll show you the style that they've gone for here with the actual Thousand Suns Marines. There's one of the aspiring sorcerers. Brilliantly done. There's a nice neon glow. You can see it running through different units here. So a real nice finish. Yeah, another debut here on the channel, the Infernal Master. I haven't seen him yet, but that's him painted up by them. So link for Art W Studios in the video description below. You can get in touch with them for your own painting commission work. And there he is, the Lord of Change. Wow. So it's exactly what we wanted. Want an army that's standalone and different in style to the regular Magnus, the Red Thousand Suns that we have already. This one with a different theme. So as mentioned, I've taken their army 1,300 points roughly, and then we've bulked it out here with some units from my own collection to take it to 2,000 points. I think we may well be in time to push these into the league as well, so we'll throw them into the mix along with the other factions also. It's right at the end of our qualifying, but hopefully we can get them in. So the idea is to get a practice game in here, adjust the list, and then we'll throw them into the battle or into the league. Mike's Chaos Knights as well also need to play their qualifying games before we go to the knockout stage. So I think to get the Lord of Change into the list, I have to take a certain detachment, the Change Host of Deceit, that lets you take scintillating legions models up to 1,000 points for a strike force size army, and then get them into the list. So I think that's the legal way of doing it. So Change Host of Deceit is the detachment. Lord of Change across here. Now this is a learning video, so let us know if there's any rules corrections for lists, for rules during the game and so on. So then we've taken an upgrade for him. I think it can be done. It's not an epic hero model, so I think you can take an enhancement. It is Duplicitous Malediction, and that is a redeploy for a number of units before the game gets going. So that's been put onto the Lord of Change. Now we have Araman on a disc. We also have an Exalted Sorcerer on a disc. There's plenty of psychic support here. 2 Exalted Sorcerers being taken as well. Then we have an Infernal Master. I should point out on the Sorcerer on disc, we have Tome of True Names. So that's once per game you can activate a 2+ invulnerable save. And that may well prove useful for him, because I think we're going to run him as an individual model during the battle. We have Zangors, 2 squads from Art W Studios, and then to finish off the list, an extra squad from my collection. So 2 squads, or 3 squads in total, of 10. We have Rubik Marines, so the squad from Art W Studios across here. Also taking a Rhino to go with them. That's all from Art W Studios. And then to bulk out the army to really help these sorcerers, 2 squads from my collection here. So loads of Rubric Marines here. So 3 full squads of 10, Soul Reaper cannon in each of those squads, Sparring Sorcerer with a stave in each of those as well. The Rhino I've mentioned, 2 squads of Terminators, 1 squad here, that one's from Art W Studios, and then a second squad from my own collection. And that really finishes the army off at 2,000 points. So that's the list. Commander and Sub-Commander have been allocated. Chris Comiskey in charge. We'll put him onto the chicken here, so he's going to go on to the Lord of Change. And then second in command, Casper Kemp. We'll put him onto Araman here for this battle. So that's Sub-Commander and Commander allocated. And then gold level Patreons supporting the Forces of Chaos here. Longbow BB, Carl Roden, Martin aka Vagabond. The near side, Chris Comiskey, Dave Humphreys, Connor Collins, Sparks, Michael German, Nate Miller, and Darth Windu. How will this Thousand Suns force get on against the Space Marines? We'll have to see. So we'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. Mike Walker in command here at our in-house Chaos Space Marine Commander. So he's going to run the Thousand Suns here for this battle. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. All right, so we have a scenario for this battle. Take and hold is the primary mission. The twist is point blank, and it's crucible of battle for deployment. So there's 5 objectives on the board. 1 dead center, it's just down there in the middle. There's 2 others in no man's land. 1 here on the right hand side. The yellow dice marking the deployment zone for the Imperial Fists. And the other no man's land objective is just over there on top of the container. Home objective here for the Imperial Fists, so fighting diagonally. So Imperial Fists over in this table corner. And the green dice marking the deployment zone for the Thousand Suns. And then their home objective is just over there next to the barricade. So for take and hold, turn 2 onwards, end of the command phase, you get 5 points per objective that you hold. That's any objective on the board. And it's capped at a maximum of 15 points per battle round, or per turn. And then for point blank weapons, ranged weapons excluding blast weapons have the pistol ability. So like a bolter, for example, in close combat counts as pistol, so you can then shoot it whilst in close combat. So there's that rule to remember for both sides. Then both of us are going to go for the random draw and secondaries. And then just to clarify on terrain, the most important point being the obscuring terrain. So this whole structure here, including the gap, just this whole piece, is obscuring. This L shape and this terrain piece, but not the gap running through. We'll run this terrain piece here as obscuring. I might just put another container on top of that just to bring it a bit higher. The warp portal is obscuring. Those 2 connected terrain pieces. Then the large stack of pipes, and then the L shape across there for the large containers. I'm just going to go by the hard edge for establishing as obscuring terrain. There's some pipes and barricades spread out across the table as well. That's the armies and the terrain. Scenario is ready to go. Now start alternating, place units on the board next. Just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. Battle mat is from gamemat.eu. It's called Badlands. You can get it in the 60 by 44 inches in size, so perfect for regular games of 10th edition 40k. Combining that with the warp portal, which is an individual piece of terrain from them, and then also the industrial terrain set, which I've colour adjusted to match in with like desert themed tables. It matches in well with this battle mat as well. So the industrial terrain set, you get 4 of these. You get 4 of these, that large piece in the middle. You get pipes in that set, containers, boxes inside that set as well. So it's a large comprehensive set from gamemat.eu, and it bulks out the table really well. And then just to finish the board off, just added in the warp portal as a nice feature. Also, to check out gamemat.eu for supplies of battle mats and pre-painted terrain. There is a link for them below. The discount code for 11% off across the store. If you're making a larger order to celebrate the release of the new website, if your order comes to over £300, it's an extra 5% off across the store as well. They are shipping worldwide, so gamemat.eu, link for them below. All right, so deployment's done for both sides. Nothing is as it seems, though, with Thousand Suns. There's some weird stuff going on with them. We'll explain that in just a moment. For the Imperial Fists, though, quite straightforward. the yellow gun line here being set up. So bikers on the extreme right hand side are getting ready to push round in this direction. There's their target objective. The bunker here, it's got a few lanes of firepower available, including a nice line all the way through to Mike's home objective across there. As I've deployed all 3 dreadnoughts on the board, so 2 Redemptors working together. They may well split and go in different directions. Tech Marine just with them. Then next to them we have the servo turrets lined up with firepower in that direction. Heavy intercessors occupying the home objective on top here, and again nice line of sight through in that direction. The lieutenant has joined the intercessors, sheltering behind these pipes. And then the Brutalis on the extreme left-hand side, its eyes on the left-hand objective. It means for the Imperial Fists we have 1 unit in reserves. That's the Eradicators, joined by Captain Parmenians. They'll be flanking onto the table. They can arrive turn 2 onwards. For the Thousand Sons, we'll go around the other side of the board. Units being spread over a wider front, and the weird thing here with these is the redeploy that's available. So he has a redeploy for 3 units. But so too does Araman as well. They've both got it. And according to these rules here, it says that you can put units into strategic reserves. You can put units off the board. It doesn't count towards your overall total as to what can go into reserves. Mike's saying potentially could remove most of the army if he wanted to and have it come on like turn 2 onwards. It's a strange one here for the Thousand Sons. It's pretty much any of these units could be relocated here before the game gets going. Interesting, nice theme already starting to develop with these, I think. So on the left-hand side, Rubric Marines, they've been joined by an Exalted Sorcerer. A Rhino with Rubric Marines, been joined by the Infernal Master, been backed up by a unit of Zangors. Another unit of Zangors on the home objective. Rubric Marines here, again joined by an Exalted Sorcerer leading from the front. The 2 Lone Psychers, Araman and then the Exalted Sorcerer on the disc. And then the Lord of Change, deploying on the right hand side, but again remember these and it's not just infantry units, it's any type of unit.
Says unit.
Okay.
Thousand Sons unit.
Fine.
Yeah. 3 Thousand Son units.
We're just going to let Mike redeploy this one because we've checked the rules. This is fine, it's just a practice game. The Lord of Change is not a Thousand Sons model, it's a Scintillating Legions, in which case we don't think it can partake in any of the redeploys that are available. Unless it becomes Thousand Sons, I don't think so. The detachment just lets you take Scintillating Legions, it doesn't convert it into a Thousand Sons unit. I don't mind at all. Mike's just going to redeploy this model in more of a sheltered position, shall we say. Whilst Mike's doing that, I'll cover reserves. So, Rubric Marine squad inside the Rhino. Both Terminator squads will deep strike in, and then Mike's going to flank with one of the Zangor units as well. That's fine. Mike's tucked in behind there, so just a shift across, totally fine. So at what point do you do your redeploys? Now, before we roll up to who goes first, I would imagine.
After both units.
Both armies deployed. Yeah, we'll check this out here. We may well, before we roll up to who goes first.
Yeah, after both armies or both players have deployed their armies, select up to 3, and then it's the same for army.
Okay, Mike can pick up, it looks like 6,000 Sons units, and either put them into reserve or redeploy them on the board. We'll let him do that now before we roll up to who goes first. So, redeploy is done. Mike's taking good advantage of it, shifting these over to the right to try and cut down this corridor of firepower. So, Rubric Marines shifting over to their right-hand side. Their eyes are on this objective across here. Zangor's relocation to here, perhaps an early dash for Aerodinal or to grab that central objective. Redeploy here with the disc of, or the Exalted Sorcerer on the disc. Araman's moved over and joined the Lord of Change. They can then partake in the buff that's available because he's now in range of a Thousand Sons Psyker. A slight adjustment on this unit, just trying to cut down firepower angles. The Rhino hasn't moved. Mike's happy enough where it is. So already an interesting theme here for this new Thousand Sons. It suits Lord of Change, isn't it? To change the shape of the battlefield, to change your deployment, and to trick and manipulate the enemy into... You really could throw in the opposing force off balance. You could heap an army across one side and then just sweep it across to the other side of a redeploy. So that could be a real interesting theme here potentially for this Thousand Sons force.
And a Chaos Rhino counts as a unit.
Yes.
So you could pull the unit off, you could pull the Rhino off, you could pull the 2 rubrics off, you could pull the 2 sorcerers off. You know, you could. I mean, there's nothing there to say they can't stack. So that's 6 units you could take off.
Right, yeah, I see what you're saying. So the Rhino, would that count as just one, even though it's got the character and the unit inside? I think Mike's right. It literally will count just as one, in which case it's the Rhino plus all the content. So it's a sizable chunk. The majority of the army potentially can redeploy and also go into reserve as well, if needed. Fascinating. We should keep faith in the bolter. We should grab a dice. I'm just going to roll up here and go straight into... I want to go first. Hunt chaos, not searching for shadows, but to actually find them and destroy them on a 1. Okay.
Green dice.
Green dice says,
Wow.
Very good. All right. Thousand Suns will make the first move. It's their debut here with the RW Studio army. We'll see how they get on against the might of the Imperial Fists. Turn 1 for the Chaos Space Marines next. So, turn 1 here for the Chaos Space Marines, the Thousand Suns. Scout moves first, so Zangors do get it, and they've surged forwards. It's a slight readjustment of these, and that's that. Then the cards have been drawn for secondaries. Establish Locust and secure No Man's Land, so it really works in favour of these advancing Zangors. So that's the 2 cards in play. We'll let Mike make his moves now. Looks like there's going to be an attempt here at some early grabs and some points coming through for this Thousand Suns force. So Mike's just finished off his movement here. So Zangors moved through. They then made a regular move, got onto the objective. They were overwatched by the bunker and lost 3, 2 heavy bolters, and then frag hit coming through as well. So 3 of their number lost, but they have made it onto the objective, and I think Mike's going to attempt establish Locust in the middle of the board to pick up some points. Secure No Man's Land as well, potentially available. These have moved, and the idea I think is Temporal Surge to push them further forwards to claim the second No Man's Land objective. Even if that doesn't work, the Rhino across the other side has moved forwards and grabbed that objective. So Thousand Suns have actually grabbed all of the, or about to grab all of the No Man's Land objectives. Holding here, there's no need to move out. No need to move these yet either, because Space Marines are still yet to come out to play. And these have adjusted themselves to continue hiding behind the containers, and the Rhinos we've seen have surged forwards and grabbed this objective. That's movement done. We're going to go into shooting phase next. So, Temporal Surge, it's coming from here, it's going to be cast onto those.
Yep.
It's just to get them to move again.
Neating a 6. It was off in a 7.
Okie dokie. So far, so good. Yes, Mike's going to add a third dice in because at the moment he can only move an extra d6. He wants to max out.
So I need a 3.
Yeah, no. Okay. So, yeah, there's a double's been rolled, so take the relevant damage for that.
For 3.
3, okay.
So I'll lose
1 model and a wound.
and a wound.
Okay.
So now I can move d6.
What?
For 1.
For 1 inch. Oh, dear. You would dabble with chaos, Mike. It is fickle.
Yeah,
It does bite.
Believe it or not, I'm going to have to spend the CP for that one.
Yeah, not... the CP reroll is only for certain types of re-rolls, such as like a saving throw or an advanced roll, for example. So Michael, hold on to the CP and just move the blessed inch. The inch of Zinch. Okay. That is frustrating, and they're not going to get near that objective here. Thankfully, Mike's moved the Rhino across here anyway, so we'll get the maximum amount of points. But doing the sand shuffle over there with the Rubik Marines. Okay. We can mock them at a distance, the enemy, for now. So that's it for psychic abilities. The idea was to move right around if Mike could, and then to put Doombolt into the Dreadnought, but that's not going to happen now with them not moving far enough. And then around here, add a little bit of firepower coming through from the Rhino, but no effect on the bikers. Shooting phase finished. No charges. End of turn. Thousand Suns very effectively have hidden themselves mostly from the Space Marines here. All our firing lanes lined up nicely with nothing to shoot at. We'll go on to the Space Marine turn 1. We'll give you an update on the score first of all for the Chaos Space Marines. So points coming through for the Chaos Space Marines, 2 points and 5 points. Established Locus for 2, Secure No Man's Land for 5 points coming through, so puts them on a total of 7. So 7 points to 0, Chaos Space Marines off the mark. We're going to go on to turn 1 now for the Imperial Fists. So turn 1 here for the Space Marines, losing patience here already. They're just pushing forwards to go after the No Man's Land objectives on all fronts. Marked for Death and Cleanse is the 2 cards in play. So Mike's selected 3 units at the back. So Araman, Lord of Change, and the Disc of Zinch there. So very difficult for us to reach. There is the Gamma option, which we can try and take out. We've tried to pick the easiest unit, so it's the Zangors there in the middle. Then the other secondary is Cleanse, which I don't think we're going to have time or patience for this turn. So Bikers have surged forwards. Ideal situation, firepower. Crack it open, then charge, but we'll see what happens. Overmoment has been placed onto that Rhino. Dreadnoughts are on the move. This one's been blessed and pushing through the corridor here, followed by the Tech Marine. The other one's peeled off and gone to the left-hand side. Joined by the Intercessors, order 6 for their advance. They have pushed forwards rapidly from around here and then swinging round. Holding here to the home objective. Change up with the plan here for the Heavy Intercessors. There is literally no firepower for us anywhere, so we're going to try and relocate and find a better position to shoot later on in the game. And then around the other side, the Brutalis as faithfully move round, so push around on this left-hand side to present a threat here against these Rubik Marines. That's movement done. Shooting phase next. There is some here for the Space Marines. So we'll start with the Brutalis. It's going to put his shots into the Rubik Marines. We'll go with Gareth Wallace for firepower, and we'll try and pick off a wound first with the Stubber. So 3s, not bad. Then 4s to wound. Okay, 2 wounds go through, 2 saves of 3+.
Fine.
Pass those 2. Okay, multi-melter shots. 1 hit, 2s for a wound, and this will be an invuln save of 4+. And a 4 has been rolled, thanks to the Exalted Sorcerer's protection. Next up, Intercessors. Thanks to their rapid advance, they are going to get most of the models in range and line of sight of the Zangors. Not all of them. Not all of them can see. Lieutenant can't see, and 2 of the other Marines. We'll start with a frag round, I think, from the grenade launcher, which is D6. 2, and then +1 for the size of the unit. No, it's D3 actually, so it's 3 shots in total. So it's 2 shots in total on D3. So 2 shots in 3s, 2 hits, and a wound comes through. It's cover, yes, and AP 0.
5 up.
5+ to block.
Yep.
And blocked. All right, so it's going to be the bolter. Add 7 of them times 4, right?
Yeah.
Well, that works now. It's a lot of shots. I really like this combination. Okay. So we're looking for, I'm going to bless this with a Patreon. If I can somehow, we'll go Sam Hermes. We're looking for 3s. 6s are lethals, thanks to the lieutenant. Over moment works really well, but we've got that on something else. Those missed. Then we're going to try and wound on, I think you are toughness 4 on Zangors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 4's to wound. So we're on AP -1, and we're stripping cover. So I think it's 6+ invuln saves. And we may well have done enough here. 12 saves of 6+.
7 left.
Yeah, should be enough to gun them down. That's the rule against the Thousand Sons. Shoot the chickens first before getting through to the rest. Valiant attempts. 4 6s rolled.
Yeah, so it would be 8 then.
8 dead, just enough. Yeah, okay. So Zangor's eliminated. Okay, chance for the bunker to shine. Going to put all of its firepower into the Zangor squad onto the home objective. So go Nicholas Lucas for firepower. The blast that comes from this thing's pretty good, actually. 2d6 plus 2 plus another 2. So 2d6 plus 4. 13 shots. So ballistic skill 4 plus 1 because we gain heavy. So 3s. Yeah, 3s to win. It's actually strength 5. Not bad, Mr. Bunker. He's the most complained about unit in the list. Why is he in? But it's the Imperial Fist theme. The look of it, very cool. It should have deep strike. But anyway, it's caused 7 wounds here. Mike will gain cover from this.
There's no minus on it, is there? Or is there minus
No,
on
there's no minus on this one. No. Yeah, AP 0. Yep.
5 ups.
Blocks a couple. 5 dead. That's half the squad. And we'll follow up with heavy bolters. Good for you, Bunker. Good for you. And this is sustained. Another 4 saves. At AP -1 this time.
6 ups.
6s. God, he's doing it. Not bad, not bad. It's about
4.
Yeah, it's about nearly 70 points worth of models destroyed by the bunker. So, well done. So it's like we found a use for it. Chicken sentry duty. It's really gone after Zangors here. It's picked on those with Overwatch on Mike's move, and then it's shot at the others on our turn. So well done. Good bunker. I don't know why I patted it. It's pets that you pat, not not buildings. But anyway, well done. As these have advanced, nothing from them. Dreadnought's now searching for targets. The way Mike's removed models, we've now lost sight of what's left of that Zangor squad. So we can't see him. So I think now our attention's going to go, and I think there's no... Yeah, we checked earlier. There's no line of sight towards those Rubik Marines from here or here, so that's shut down firepower. So really, I think it's just the bikers left. They're going to put all of their shots, obviously, into the Rhino. So we'll start with the easy bit here, the easier part. So we'll go Chris Heim firepower with the Patreons. We'll do 2 multi-melter shots into the Rhino, and here comes smoke. Popped. Right.
Well, here, hang on. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. What's he going to do? Make it disappear?
Your opponent's shooting phase or fight phase. Select targets, 1,000 suns, or scintillating Legion's unit from your army that was selected as target of that unit's attack till the end of the phase. Each time an attack targets your unit, subtract 1 from the hit roll.
Right.
So it's
Like smoke.
Smoke, but it does also
So
fight phase too, yeah. So.
All right, and you can use it not just on, obviously, units that have smoke. You can then apply to anyone.
Yeah, just...
Nice. Useful for things like Lord of Change, for example, or indeed units such as Rubik Marines and so on. It's a nice universal strategy that can be used for -1. So Chaplain's ability for devastating wounds as well. So we will go for 2 shots in 4s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 4 ups. We'll reroll for over the moment. Wanted 2. I'm going to try and wound you on a... I was going to say 2, but it might not be. It's going to be strength 9. ATV, strength 9.
4s, 3s.
3s. Toughness 10.
Toughness 9.
4s to 3s, sorry, yeah.
Just about.
AP -4. Any kind of strange invuln? Maybe.
No.
No, go straight through. I'm not even going to check that range. It's not going to be 9. Therefore, it'll be a straight up D6 damage. 4. And we'll leave it at that. So 4 wounds caused.
Down to 6.
6 wounds left. I don't know if we've got enough punch here to crack this thing open. So then the dagger shots we're going to do next. Needing 4s. And then rerollable. For oath. Okay. 5s to wound becomes... No, strength 4. So 6s to wound becomes 5s to wound. Twin linked devastating wounds. Yeah, we'll reroll all of these. Yeah, nowhere near enough. 2 dev wounds come through, so dropping down to 4. Nowhere near enough. Okay, Rhino survives. So, firepower coming through. Just kicking myself here because checking the keywords. This is very, very useful. Both the bikers and the chaplain have the grenade keyword. You can actually chuck grenades with these, but it has to be done before you shoot. You'll be eligible to shoot, you throw your grenades, and then you shoot doing regular shooting. So we're not going to get to use grenades. It's something to really bear in mind next time. If you're up against a tougher target, such as a rhino, and you're trying to get to the contents inside, chuck grenades first, and then unleash all of your decker to try and crack something open. We'll do a what if I paid the CP. Oh yeah, we would have cracked it open. Okay, never mind. We're going to go on to charges next. We'll obviously charge the bikers in. Mike's saying there's another stratagem for some shenanigans to reduce my charge by 2. Whether that'll be enough, with Commander on standby to stop it, may not be worth it. It could be worth it, like if you had an 8-inch charge to make it a 10, for example, would be worth it. But
yeah, it's just more to try and stop you
charging.
Not even charge. I know you're going to make a charge.
Oh, less models in base content.
Less model in base content.
Gotcha. Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, it might make that choice here.
I'm going to do it. I'm just.
Okay. Going to pay us CP.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, so it's -2 to reach. So that's called.
He likes using.
I'm not even going to try and pronounce Chronos Sorceress Bleed. Charge phase 1,000 suns. No, can't do it. Sorry. 1,000 suns Saiger or Scintillating Legion.
Not Saiger.
And it's not Saiger.
Gotcha. The charge is a 7. Move the models in. Alright, so 7 inches moved. I've done the piling as well. Always love catching a close-up here of the chaplain and his squad going in. They are quite a presence on the battlefield. There's 4 wounds trying to strip down from this rhino. We'll see if they can do it. We're going to combat resolution next. So we've gone to Ite Miara, one of the gold level Patreons for these dice rolls. The new rules, the updated rules, +1 strength, +1 damage on the charge. Should be straightforward enough. We'll give this glory to the chaplain. 5 attacks with him. Needing 2s. Rerollable. Surely it's guaranteed. Reroll those 2 ones. Chaplain Miara. Here with his attacks. So 5 to wound becomes 4s with the chaplain's ability and or oath moment. Ooh, 2 go through. Delete -1. So 2 saves of 4+.
4+. Nope.
Nope. 6 damage. Does it blow up? Of course it does not. Okay, so target destroyed. There's space for Mike to add disembark with the unit inside. Alright, so disembarking like so of these models. One of them was lost and then battle shocked as well. They've disembarked there. That marks the end of the turn. We haven't pushed in to close combat. Mike could get a free hit, so we just stayed away with the bikers. And they occupy the objective, which is tucked under there. End of turn. Points coming through. The 2 points, the gamma marked for death. So that's it. Cleanse we've traded in for the CP. So 7 points to 2 at this stage. 1,000 Suns have the early lead. Not by much. It's very early stages here in this game. I worry about these bikers. I think they're going to be set upon here by Rubik Marines. We'll see how it goes, and then we'll see what reserves Mike decides to bring in as well. So turn 2 for the 1,000 Suns coming up next. So turn 2 here for the 1,000 Suns. Cards drawn. Cull the Horde came up, which can't be done, so we dumped it. And then recover assets and cleanse. So cleanse is performing actions on no man's land objectives. Recover assets is performing actions in the 3 areas of the battlefield: your deployment zone, no man's land, the opponent's deployment zone. Points available there. So pretty strong on secondaries. If Mike's able to get multiple units in position around the board, he can rake in points for those two. And then for primaries, haven't reached that one, kicked off that one temporarily, holding this one. So 5 points coming through. Battleshock test passed with the Lone's Angle here on this objective. So we'll press on. We'll let the Thousand Suns make their move. They've got units on the board, plenty of reserves available as well. So moves made here by the Thousand Suns. They have gone aggressive. It's like they've sprung a trap here, especially in the centre of the table. So 2 Psykers pushing forwards. 1 Lone's Angle hidden away to hold on to that objective. The Lord of Change has pushed forwards. What a sight it is on the battlefield here. So head and shoulders, or head and wings above everybody else. Both Terminator blocks have dropped in on that central objective to provide a screen, potential charges, firepower supports. All of a sudden, some Chaos Space Marine muscle in the centre of the table. Rivet Marines holding on the left-hand side as a backup unit. The other unit has moved around the bikers. I'll maybe zoom in so you can see. They're rotating or flowing around the bikers, getting ready to shoot and then potentially charge. The Rivet Marines, same for them across here, moving through in this direction to take on the Dreadnought with firepower, maybe some charges. Sangors have arrived here to help out with recover assets. Mike's going to perform here in no man's land, but just outside of it. And then either here or here inside his own deployment zone as well for that one. So that is movement done. Thousand Suns now looking strong across the middle of the board. A real tussle about to erupt here between these two factions. We'll go to shooting phase or psychic phase. It's not psychic phase, but it's done at the start of the shooting phase. So psychic abilities coming up next. So kicking off with psychic abilities, Temporal Surge went ahead. 3 dice needed to be rolled in the end. And Mike did take 2 mortal wounds, so lost a model from the end here. But they've moved around now. Now they've got a toehold on that objective. So the idea is if Mike can wipe these with shooting, he's got a unit anchoring onto this no man's land objective. With not much of a threat after it because I don't know, it's going to be tricky to get over there. So we're going to go through the rest of psychic abilities here if they're available. So it's looking good. I like the vibe on this table, the nice desert kind of feel. Adds the contrast between the blue turquoise colour for the Chaos Space Marines and then the boldness of this yellow armour for the Space Marines. It's a good combination on the board. Mike's toying with where to direct Doombolt. Its Dreadnoughts is after this one. Fire down here, or to try and soften up at the Brutalis. Right, so Doombolt's going to come from Araman. Sneaky move with him, just as he loiters there at the back.
So Araman gets +1 to this.
Okay.
I need a 7.
Ooh, a 9.
9 +1's
10.
And what I'll do...
Boost it here for extra damage.
I will.
Oh, wow, no doubles.
No doubles, so it'll be D3 +3.
That's the result you want.
Yeah.
5.
5, yeah.
Do I -1 off that? I've had this discussion before. Yeah, so I reckon no, because these are individual mortal wounds that Mike's causing, not devastating wounds. It's not a wounds, it's not a damage characteristic from a devastating wound weapon, for example. Right, so we're going to take the full 5. That hurts, but I think that's the correct procedure. Dropping us down to, 7 wounds left. That was a good hit from Mr. Adaman. 7 wounds remaining on that Dreadnought. It's good softening up. Yeah, next up, Mike wants to put Twist of Fate onto the Brutalis to cause an extra AP minus.
Put you to 4s then.
Yes, yes.
So I need a 9 for this one.
7.
Yeah, why not?
Chuck the dice in.
8, 9.
Got it, just about with no doubles. Stylish.
Yeah.
So you put some kind of marker next to me there, red blob. That'll do, that's fine. Okay.
Destiny's Ruin.
Destiny's Ruin to help Mike with hitting.
So I need to select a unit and then each time...
Or you choose one of mine.
Yeah.
You're right. So I'll go after him.
So I'm leaving 5. Goes off on a 7.
Okay.
Just leave that beside him then,
yeah, it's just a marker just to remind us. Okay, looks like psychic abilities have been done. So I'm going to go on to regular shooting. This is going to be a test here. Can this Thousand Suns force with not traditional anti-tank abilities, can it start taking on tougher armor? If you can crack open these dreadnoughts, that's going to be a good sign. Right, so the Lord of Change with debut firepower is going to go into this dreadnought with 7 wounds to try and strip away.
Yeah. So.
Bit nervous here. It's debut model. No, we didn't paint these models, so there's not so much pressure on us.
What's your toughness on a dreadnought?
Ooh, 10. Yeah, so Max picking an ability is going to go. There's 3 options. It's going to go sustain D3. Sounds quite spectacular. I think it's 9 shots.
Yeah, 3, 6, 9. Longbow. Up to you.
Oh right, yeah. Go longbow for firepower. Good choice.
So this is 3s. Rerolling 1s.
Yes. 6 is a great. Oh boy, I can see 3. And reroll the 1s.
Okay.
Nice. So 1 miss and then 3d3 extra. I'll take that one out.
Hitting on 2s.
Does he?
Oh yes.
Not bad.
The D3.
Lord of Weirdness.
2,
An extra
4,
6 hits. Not bad.
5, 6. So this is strength 10 now.
Yes, we're saying he benefits from his own aura ability. So he's going to be forced to wound.
4s, yeah.
I don't think I'm getting cover. It's pretty much lined up precisely that I don't.
Yeah, so this is, I'm doing the focused.
Yep.
Which is hazardous.
Hazardous, yes.
But there's no dead wounds on it, so 4s.
Forced wound. There's lots of them. It's above average, I think, by the looks of it.
2, 4, 6, 8, 9. These are -2 D3.
-2?
Yep.
Okay. 4 ups. I need help. Lee C, who plays Imperial Fists. I toyed with using Armour of Contempt, but chose not to. Thankfully, well, yeah, with blocks just over average. 4d3. Command reroll. Yeah, I don't like this situation. No. 4d3.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, -1 damage. So it's 2,
4.
6. 1 wound left.
Yeah.
That's pretty good shooting then.
Fine.
And no hazardous. Nice. Lord of Change. Good shooting for him. Good base of firepower coming from that thing. Whatever it is. So then he's been backed up by Araman. You can see him. He's over there sneaking around at the back. I'll zoom in so you can see him. And he's going to shoot as well. Searching for a wound.
Yeah, so D6 +1. Martin Vagabond.
Okay, Vagabond firepower.
For 3.
3 shots. 2 surely.
2s. Rerolling 1s.
Because your ability, nice.
Yeah. My strength 6, so it'll be
5s.
5s. We've got 1. -1.
No. Nothing I can do about it. 1 wound left. Do we blow up? No. Dreadnought destroyed. Okay, heavier targets can be brought down.
And remember, your attack marine is enraged.
So I'll give him the red blob. He can inherit that from the slain dreadnought. Okay, that's the Red Scorpion's dreadnought slain. Okay, so far, starting to gain a bit of respect here for this Thousand Suns list. It's been thrown together to a degree. 1,300 points come from Art W Studios. Great. And then, thankfully, I have Thousand Suns. I've been able to draft in units from that collection. Trying to forge its own theme and its own style. Mike's getting excited here with Flamers.
I am.
Oh, because he's a Salamanders player, yeah, okay. So.
Yeah. Just checking something, sorry.
Yeah, so he's checking. We're lining up firepower from this Rubik Marine squad, offloading into the Brutalis Dreadnought. Mike's hunting Dreadnoughts here at the moment. So yeah, firepower's now lined up. Michael German firepower.
66.
This is Flamers.
12, 14, 15, 23.
23 hits. Rerolling 1s to wound, you reckon? And it's going to be 6s. Brutalis is fresh here. He's got all of his wounds at the moment.
I know it's a shame you don't get grenade for these boys.
Get the
grenade keyword.
No, you don't. That's right. Yeah, not equipped them.
Oh. Infernal Master does though.
Okay. That's him.
Yeah. Exalted Sorcerer also gets it.
Do they?
Yeah.
Right. Well, of course you can. Yeah, Mike can play it if you've discovered that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Resolve your firepower. Carry on with your wounds and so on, and then we'll do grenades. A tiny bit out of sync, but no problem.
Okay. I was reading the Rubric Marine.
Yeah. It's fine.
Exalted
Sorcerers, how useful.
6.
6 to wound, rerolling 1s. There's a couple. There's 2.
I'm only the
only 1. Kind of weird.
Nope.
-2 in total. I think it is for you.
Yep, -2 now.
Yeah, so one does
normally, and then
one does go through. Okay, so Brutalis will drop to 11 wounds left.
Machine Cannon.
Yep.
3.
Soul Reaper Cannon next.
3s. 4, and then we're looking
4, 5s, I think.
5s. 6s would be nice.
There's 1. I'll try and do a save here. Past that, and then 1 devs, dropping down to 10 wounds left. Just grinding away on the wounds.
And we've got the Exalted Sorcerer.
Yes. The Aspiring, actually, he can kick out a little bit. So Malefic Curse here on the Exalted Sorcerer. Sorry, the Aspiring, the squad leader.
Yep, so 3s. 2 hits.
Yep.
Strength 4, so it'll be
6s.
6s. Well, 6s are devastating.
Yes.
No.
Alright. Then on to, I think it's Astral Blast.
Yeah, so D6 shots.
This is the Exalted Sorcerer.
5.
5.
2, 4, 5. Hitting on 2s.
Okay.
And then strength 6.
5s to wound.
Oh,
rerolling 1s.
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to. I call him Disco, but it's the it's him on the disc over there on his own, sniping from the back.
I want to go for Sparks.
Cool.
D6. 6.
Okay.
2, 4, 6.
2s. Yeah, he's firing here into these Marines.
He is. That's auto hits. So
Weird.
6, yeah.
At range 18.
18, yeah.
Yeah, plus because I haven't run this guy. I've always avoided him with my other Thousand Suns army. Arcane Fire, it's called. Yeah, range 18. D6 ignores cover psychic. It is Torrent. Yeah, strength 6 minus 2 D3. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad weapon. Almost for Overwatch as well, like a one-man Overwatch. How interesting.
3s?
3s to win, yeah. Oh, all except 1.
5. These are -2.
Ignoring cover. 5s. Blocked 1. Oh no. Right, so D3's on the squad then.
So the first one.
Dead.
Second one.
Dead.
Third one.
Dead. He's killing half my squad.
Fourth one.
God, he's done 4. Ouch.
You will now be -2 to your movement.
Whoa.
Subtract 2 from its move characteristics and subtract 2 from its charge rolls.
Wow. Well, he's useful. Wow, for one model unit. Okay. There's a lot of firepower available here. Just that combination with psychic abilities coming from the Thousand Suns. And then there's lots of Rubric Marines on the board. They can kick out a lot of firepower. The Terminators, and then also these floating mini Psycho units, which have proved to be very good for supporting, helping to chip away with extra wounds, and obviously a lot of change as well. It's a good stack of firepower available here from the Thousand Suns. It doesn't look like they do, but as we've seen, Impressive enough. Moving on to the Terminators next. That squad's going to go into the Intercessors.
Yep, so Nate Miller.
Okay, so Hellfire Missile Rack first, 2 attacks. Just going for the higher damage stuff whilst the opportunity's there. Yep, so 2 hits, 2 to win. Yep, 2 wounds come through. Hellfire Missile Rack is -2. Bit of cover with the pipe and building. So it's going to help me with one of those, and it's straight up damage. It's enough to slay a model. So more slain. Then everything else is 1 damage. Doesn't really matter. So you've got Malefic Curse, 3 attacks coming from the Psyker. Just helping out Mike here with the profile. So looking for 3s.
3s, 2.
Yep. Then we're looking at anti-infantry 4+. 1 goes through, and that's a devastating wound. So we'll just mark that up just with dice here, just so we can keep track. Okay, then Inferno Combi Bolters. So anyone within range 12, there may well be. Front 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the back one as well. Yeah, so that's fine. That's going to be 12 plus 2. So 14 shots coming through. The danger of these is got the AP -2, which is really good. So 3s for hits. Good shooting. Actually forced to wind. I like that squad, but Mike's going to decimate them here. So 4s for wins. 6 saves. -2, -1 for cover, so 4 ups. Yeah, so that's enough to slay that model and slay another. You've then got the Soul Reaper Cannon, 6 attacks. It's great being able to deep strike with the Terminators, just drop them in where you need them. Just the 3s to wound. 2 go through. No devastating wounds. 4 ups. No, 1 damage. Enough to slay another. Ouch, that squad's been hammered.
Okay.
Yeah, so Mike's going to go through the second squad of Terminators. All of them can see. They're going to shoot down here. I'm going to Armor of Contempt for free on them, even if it's already been used. Yeah, I've got ideas of trying to keep the bikers alive, but I think they're going to be doomed. So we'll pop Armor of Contempt here. We'll do it now. Try and keep those heavy intercessors in better shape. So we're going to go for the Hellfire Missile Rack first. Connor Collins. Oh, Tau player. Yeah. Oh boy. So 2 shots and 3s.
1.
You're up against Gravis now, so we're tough enough. It's going to be 3s to wind.
Yep.
-2. Cover. Armor Contempt. 3 up. Passed. Then Combi Bolter shots. So definitely going to be normal range with those. So it's going to be 8 shots. In 3s. Followed by 5s. 3 ups. Saved. Apart from 1. So 1 wound caused. We'll go here. Yes. And then we've got the Soul Reaper Cannon, 6 shots. 3s. Followed by 4s.
6s would be nice.
Yeah,
3 6s.
Please, 666. So we'll go there, take him away. Very good. And then you've also got Malefic Curse, 3 attacks. 3s. Followed by 4s, because it's anti-infantry 4+. 2 3s, no. Okay. So that's the Terminators, that's them finished. Impressive firepower though. Imperial Fist casualties starting to build. And we'll go across here where our bonfire is going to be. ignited here.
Comiskey.
So, Chris Comiskey firepower. We're going to go with this squad first to soften these up and see what's left. So, Exalted Sorcerer first with his Astral Blast. D6 plus 1 because of the size of my unit. Oh no. 7 attacks, needing 2s. Okay. 3s to wound. Yeah, it's really good. 4 come through. -2. I'm in the open. 5 ups. We block 2. So you can do 2d3 damage on the ATV. You can absorb it.
4.
And it's 4 wounds caused. So dropping down to 4 left. So that 4, I think was left over from the Rhino. So I just moved it across so it's onto the ATVs. Absorb that, trying to preserve the unit as best as possible. But the fireworks have just begun here. Moving on to Malefic Curse. 3 shots is coming from the Sparring Sorcerer. 3s, nice. 5s to wound. It's anti-infantry, so he's not going to get that bonus. 5s to wound. Yeah, 1 comes through. That's a dev wound. So just knock that down straight away. Down to 3. Flamers next. So that will be 8d6 torrent hits.
Yeah.
Ugh. Okay, I'll let Mike do the maths here. Probably about 20 hits.
12, 15, 24.
24 hits, yeah. Oh, boy. 5s to wound, fully rerollable. Because I want an objective.
Oh, yes. Yeah. 5, yeah?
Yeah, 5s to wound. Just checking all the abilities here. Just take away the successes. This is going to hurt here. Our wounds are going to drop quite quick. Full reroll, ignoring cover, and AP -1. Oof, that's a good one. It's going to be about a dozen.
3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13.
Okay, 4 ups. Wow. Praise the Emperor. We've blocked a load. 4 wounds, which is enough to destroy the ATV, and then drop our model down to 3 wounds. We'll go him. Good absorption. Soul Reaper Cannon. 6 attacks.
6, 3s.
And 3s to wound. 6s are good. All of them plus a dev. 4 ups.
4.
Block 2, so 3 wounds in total. That's enough to bring the biker down. Good work from the Soul Reaper Cannon. And then shooting again. We have 3 attacks coming through with Malefic Curse.
Dave
Humphreys for firepower. Just a grinding process here from the Thousand Suns. 1 comes through, which is dev, so it's just going to be a wound straight away. It's dropping down to 3 wounds on him.
Do they get the reroll as well? Full reroll?
Yes, go ahead, yeah. Oh, another dev. Dropping down to 2 wounds left. Okay, then flame-wise, a couple of casualties here. So 7d6 auto hits. They're not flamers, they're bolters, those guys. Because Infernal Master is going to give you sustained. That's right, that's exactly right. So, Inferno Bolt Gun, it's not rapid fire actually, so it's just 2 shots each. So it's going to be 14 shots then. You're still going to get your reroll wound ability. And you're also going to get sustained as well, coming from the Infernal Master. So 3s. Oh boy. Nice. Add them a couple back in. 1, 2. Sustained, yep. 5s to wound, rerollable. That's a lot of 6s. Green dice are behaving themselves today.
Oh, yeah.
God, they serve their master well. There's tons.
10.
We found a home for your green dice.
Well, yeah, it looks like it.
-2, actually. So 5s. Oh, it's above average, but the wounds are going to flow through. So that slays him and then leaves the last biker on a wound. Oh, shame. Very sad. Okay, and then we're down to the Infernal Master with his abilities. So, Fires of the Abyss. I presume Mike's going to go hazardous on this one.
Mm-hmm.
In which case, it is a torrent weapon, 2d6 auto hits.
What I'm going to do, if you read, I can change a hit roll once per
Right.
battle round, is it?
Yeah, a hit roll, wound roll, saving throw. Just going to say, that's not a hit roll, is it? It's a number of shots.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, I understand the reasoning, but I don't think so. You can save it for the wound roll.
Yeah, 5. So it's 2d.
So it's 5, yeah, 5 hits at 3s to wound.
2, 4, 5, yeah.
Flip one over if you want to now.
No, because it's dev wounds, isn't it?
Nope. Change one result. No, it's not. It's Fires the Abyss, Focus Witch, Fire. It's Torrent, Psychic, Hazardous. That's it. So you roll one of those over to number 6.
Yeah.
May as well. I mean, he's not really going to be using it for anything else. Just going to check here because you could use that for close combat. Because you've got D3 damage with a stave.
Mm.
If you want to.
Yeah, I will do.
So in which case 3 go through.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and make saves here of 5+. Failed them all. In which case, just 1 damage. So he goes, and 2 wounds will go through onto the chaplain. And chaplain will drop to 3 wounds left. Stripped away of his bodyguard and wounded himself, he now stands alone, surrounded by Chaos Space Marines.
And he's fine. Roll a 6.
Oh, yes, for your hazardous, yeah, no problem. So that marks the end of the shooting phase. It's been pretty good here, wiping out Space Marines over on this flank. Just the chaplain left. Surely a foregone conclusion. Mike will send these in to fight against the lone chaplain. Possible charges here in the middle. Possible charge around the side if Mike wants to go for it against the brutalities. Maybe not under too much pressure to charge. It could sit there and just overwatch it if it moves. We'll see how these charges go. We're going to go on to the charge phase next. So this charge is easily done. Mike's just rolled a 10 for the Terminators, so they've gone in. Mike's going to move models so that they will roll onto the Intercessors to get into contact.
I'll probably get 1 in just
against them, yeah.
10 will get me right in underneath.
Okay. There's a gap here if you want to try that charge to get them near the objective. 5 won't do it. And command reroll could do it, but it's up to Mike.
I don't really have a CP to spend on anything, so...
No.
Oh, I'll give it a go. 7?
7, we'll check. I don't think so. Right, just about making it in with these at a stretch, but that is contact made. Not they're going to make too much difference. The damage will come from here, but it will help Mike get those into position near the objective. So this one's been swarmed by Rubik Marines across here. The charge distance too far to try and attempt to charge there against the Tech Marine. Obviously the Terminators go in and Mike's chosen not to try and charge over there against the Brutalis Dreadnought. Okay, combat resolution. Next. I could interrupt play. I could.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough love. 6, isn't it?
Yeah, with damage 2, I could maybe kill a couple of Rubik Marines. Not too scary. Maybe kill 1 or 2. Across there, if I interrupt, I could crush Terminators. So I think Mike wants to roll him around. He can...
Yeah, he'll make...
Yeah, they've rotated rolled the aspiring source around. So I presume 2 into here, the rest into the Dreadnought. Yeah. Fine. So the Darthwind Patronic dice being used. So going against those Marines, we have 1 Proserpine Capesh, first of all. Get it, I'm just checking it here. Yeah, it's a damage 2 weapon, 3 attacks. Need 3s.
2.
2 hits. 3s to wound.
2.
Yep. 5s to block. No. I just stripped the bodyguard away. Well, that hurt. And then we're going to go for... Mike's going to go for the stave next. 4 attacks. Need 3s. 3 hits. 3s to wound.
3.
All of them. Nice. 4 ups. Block 2. D3 damage.
2.
For 2. Okay, so Lieutenant drops 2. Oof, just drops to 2 wounds left. Okay, and then the rest are equipped with Proserpine Capisces. So 9 attacks in total against the Dreadnought. 3s to hit. 6s to wound. 2 go through. Nice. -2, -1, so 3 ups. 1 goes through. 2 damage becomes 1 damage, 1 wound caused. I have to, because he is so brave. He is usually brave in our games. He's at the tip of the Imperial Fist spear. I can interrupt play with the Chaplain. We'll do his attacks. 5 attacks. Leading unit. This model is leading unit.
No longer leading the unit.
He's not leading it, is he? No. Oh. It's not good being alone. 2s for hits. 3s for wounds. He's done his job. Good for him. 4 saves, AP -1. Each one's a kill.
3.
Swings and brings down 3. I presume Mike will go like that to create space for the next unit coming through.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to start with the Exalted Source, or the...
Ah, yes. The Infernal Master. 4 attacks with his force weapon.
Yeah. We're going to go with the near side.
The near side.
4. Is he 2s or 3s?
He's 3s. Yeah.
Just the 2.
Just the 2. Okay. 3s to win though. Yep. -1. 4 ups. 1 goes through. D3.
Well, I'll roll it first because it says you can change it, can't you?
Ah.
No.
Okay, fine. 3 wounds come through then. That's a good hit against the Chaplain. Oh no, he's got 2 wounds left. I thought he had more than that. Yeah, they used to. The Primaris, I think, used to have 7. But anyway, what can we do? Aspiring Sorcerer could get him. He has 3 attacks of his stave. All hit. Again, 3s to wound. Yeah, 2 go through. They're not bad, these staves. They're not bad. 1 goes through. D3 for the kill. 2 wounds. Dead. Ouch. I think I underestimated this Thousand Sons army. Because you see a lot of infantry and you think, you know, what has it got to take on tanks? What has it got to take on dreadnoughts? But the grinding process we've seen here from them has been effective. A couple of wounds coming from multiple units soon does the work of something very powerful with lots of guns. So one of the issues was, is there anti-tank ability here? So for example, for the Imperial Fists, I've got dedicated anti-tank units. Thousand Sons for this list here they don't really have that. But amongst all of their units, they can grind away and achieve the same result. So point proven for sure. As I'm going to attack back here with the Redemptor. So 5 attacks, need 3s. Whoa. Yes. And those can certainly be Blood Angels Rhine attacks for sure. 2s to wound. I think you have an ability at -1. Well, it contains 1 or more Psycho models. Yeah, it's -1 to the wound roll. So it's going to be 3s to wound. I feel wounded anyway. Vengeance is on his mind. Damage 3, so be careful. 4+ invulnerable save.
How many? 4?
5.
1, 2, 4, 5.
Wipe the squad. It'd be so good. Now he blocks 4. Green dice are on fire here. Just one model slain. Okay. Stood up well to the Dreadnought. I think that was partly the idea, just to bog it down. So I've activated those and pushed them in. I've got the Lieutenant across there. He'll do his attacks. So he has the Power Fist. Plum Hammer for these attacks.
Anyway.
Yeah, nothing I can do. And I'm hoping it's a 2 for a hit. Yeah, it is. And I can't play by ones. I don't know what happened. It's like grabbing sand.
Yeah.
With the Power Fist. Alright, combat's resolved. Frustration here for the Imperial Fists. So end of turn, points coming through. As recover assets was done by chickens, basically. So the ones at the back and the chickens in the middle. Zangos. So that picked up 3 points, 5 points of primaries. Mike's kept cleanse. He's got spare units around the board that could do it next turn or on a future turn. So that's been kept. 15 points to total here for the Thousand Suns. They are bringing the points in steadily, also grinding away, as we've seen, against their foe. We're going to go on to turn 2 here for the Imperial Fists. We'll see how they can respond. We've lost a fair few assets. Captain Parmenian still to arrive, though. We're going to turn 2 for the Space Marines next. Alright, so turn 2 here for the Imperial Fists. There's still some fight left in them, and we brought our beloved Captain Parmenian onto the board. A bit earlier than we would have hoped for. I was waiting for turn 3, trying to sneak around and go after the big chicken, but we've got to bring him on now, I think, to stand a chance. Cards drawn is bring it down, so destroying larger targets, and then Aerodin are capturing the centre of the table, so our orders are clear. So we've gone for servo turrets holding position. Dreadnought's backed out just over an inch away from this close combat. Lieutenant still with that restriction, -2 to his moves, just gone crawled along 4 inches and disengaged. The idea is we'll try and shoot the Terminators. The Tech Marines advanced, just rolled a 1, so he's got himself to there. Captain Parmenian's turned up here to lay down some firepower across in this direction and maybe a charge. Heavy Intercessors rolled a 4 for their advance, 10-inch move, shifting through the corridor here. Heading off towards the centre of the board, going after the Terminators. And maybe the Lord of Change, we've actually put Overmoment onto him. And just around the other side of those containers, the Brutalis Dreadnought has moved around the corner, not overwatched, 10 wounds left, getting ready to shoot and charge into the Rubik Marines. We're going to go on to shooting phase next. So I'm going to shoot with those. I'm going to use the Captain's ability to -1 on the cost for no threat too great, which is in shooting phase. 1 adept to start a unit from your army. It's not been selected to shoot this phase. We can go for targeting a monster. We'll reroll our wounds. I'm also going to give the Battle Drill Recall for a CP. So we're going to spend both of these. It's been a bit reckless here, but we're going to give ourselves sustained hits on 6s as well. Going to try and bring down that Lord of Change to teach him a lesson as he arrives on the channel. Mike shall respond. He's got 4 CP.
No, 1 CP.
Oh, 1, sorry. The red markings are for the powers. Okay, so Mike's not going to respond here. So, in which case, we'll unleash the full force of Heavy Intercessors. And we're going to go Ray Cross as well, because we're so annoyed. So, heavy bolter shots first of all. Looking for 3s. Rerollable. all hit with a sustained. So the toughness on this thing?
10.
10. So it would be 6s to wound.
Down to 5s.
5s to wound, rerollable. Please. A little bit better. 2 come through, add any open, -1.
That's just a 4+ invul.
Fine. 2 4-ups then.
Plus 1 fail 1.
Damage 2.
Down to 16.
Down to 16. It's not bad, that thing.
No.
Tough chicken. Okay. We'll go for the other. I was going to say 8, but it's not. We've lost 1, so there's 7 left. Okay. 3s for hits. Rerollable for oath. Sustained for another 4. Same again. We're looking at 5s to wound and rerollable.
It's a lot better.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad, not bad. And this to turn it into something good, something special. Oh yes, better. Faith in the bolter. Always keep faith in the bolter. Ignore all other shenanigans. 11 saves. Adds of 4+. Each one's damage 2. We could strip away wounds here.
You could.
Carl Roden's the tough guy.
This is
for your saves.
I meant to do that for the last one.
Yeah, here it comes.
I did say this one was going off Captain specifically.
8 failures and he's dead.
Yeah.
We're heading towards that.
4, 6,
6,
7,
8.
8.
Oh no, got him. 16 damage. 16 damage! Come on, reroll. Gotta keep the chicken alive. Oh, we don't have to. It's your choice, but there he is. As the firepower's come from here. A hail of bullets bypassing the Terminators and into the Great Chicken.
No, because you've still got the...
It's the captain to go, yeah, with his firepower. Not that he's too scary. He's damage 2, though, I guess. But...
I ain't rolling.
All right. If you're going to let him go, you've got to roll dice to see if it blows up.
Yeah. Nope.
No, all right. But Lord of Change, gunned down by heavy intercessors. Fire these next. Michael Fry. Needing... No, do you know what? We might be on different profiles here.
Yeah, I think there's ones at 3s and others at
Yeah,
4s.
so we'll go Melter Rifles first of all. Oof. 2s to wound. 2 wounds, no kind of rerolls available because it's against infantry. 2 wounds, 4+, 5+ invulnerable save with the Infernal Master.
No.
Okay, D6 and D6. Oof, 1 will survive. So 1 wound. And imagine Mike will take this model here, just for shutting down the range. Now, I've measured anyway, it's going to be a 9-inch charge, whichever models go. And then we've got multi-melters. Just the 1 hit. 2s for a wound. And an invuln save.
Off the
board. And a blocked Defiance. Okay, so that's that firepower done. Next up, the bunker. We'll put its firepower into... We'll go after Aaron. Because we can. We'll go for him. 2 crack shots. The last patch on. Midnight Miniatures. That is 2 hits. 2s to wound. 2 wounds go through. Tread carefully, Aruman. 2 3s. I got a feeling that those 2 have gone through. If the bunker's -2 with crack shots, it could be bunker of the season here. It is AP -2. So you'd be looking at 4-up cover, 4-up invuln. There's a bit of trouble here because it's a D6 +1.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Sure. Okay. 5, 6, 7 wounds. Aaron's gone. We're just checking.
Yeah.
Yeah, removed from play. Ouch. Good shooting from the bunker. Well done. I'm not meant to, but gets a second pat here for good firepower down that corridor. Good shooting. Next up, servo turrets into those Terminators. Twos. Twos to win, threes to win. No, stop. I just got to check their strength, because they're strength 9, in which case they might not be so good. No, it's strength 10. Yeah, so twos to win becomes threes to win. And we're twin linked. We've done our job. They all go through. 4+ invulnerable saves. It's helped those Terminators. D6 plus 1. And same again. Go. Okay, 1, yeah. It's D6 plus 1, yes. So 1 removed and 1 down to 1 wound left. Okay, not quite the result we were hoping for. Add a bit of firepower on the other side. Yeah, 1 wound caused, and a multi-melter took out another ad on the Rubik Marines across the other side. And that's firepower at complete here for the Space Marines. It's not too bad. They've caused some damage for sure. We'll go on to charges next. There's a couple of potential ones. So charges, just going to push the Dreadnought in because it's an auto pass. Just got to push into the barricade. Okay. Well, we have to. We'll go after the team.
Right, before we do this, I don't know where to.
Oh,
Rising Sun Sager.
Unit, yes, they are, yes.
Yeah, until the end of the phase, subtract.
Right, now you could do it, yeah.
Yeah.
Mike's going to check the options here. So Mike's not going to manipulate that one because it's a 5-inch charge, would have become a 7. So we'll just stick with the charge then. So it's a 5. It goes ahead. Even if Mike had played the stratagem, it still would have gotten ahead. So we'll push those through. So that charge has gone ahead. So I've been copying Mike basically. I used to always run heavy intercessors at the back. Games that I've watched with the Imperial Fists, we've played with Mike spinning charge, he's usually pushed them forwards, use them more aggressively. I can see why it really is a much better way to use them. And their weapons have got the assault keyword, so yeah. Right, 9-inch charge. Oh, please 11-inch charge. Oh, with no reroll. Captain Parmenion could do a free reroll. -1. Come on, reroll on him.
Possibly.
We'll roll to see what we get here. 10. God, the agony. I'll presume we can. I'll roll to see what we get. A 10 again. So close. All right, failed charge. Thanks to that stratagem, it really did help twice over. Okay, charges are complete. We're going to combat resolution next. So combat resolution. Mike's yet to fight back. Impact hits. We maxed 6 mortal wounds, stripped 3 models away. Then the fists caused another 1 casualty. So that's what's left of them, but they're yet to fight back against the Brutalis. Across here, it looks impressive. We've got an impressive amount of attacks, but 0 damage caused by the heavy intercessors and their captain with his mastercrafted sword. And again, Mike's yet to strike back. We'll let him resolve his attacks here against both the Dreadnought and the heavy infantry. So, here. Yeah. So, it would be the force weapon first. 4 attacks needing 3s.
4 needing 3s. 2.
And then force to wound.
1.
1 comes through. -1. So 4 up. Blocked. Both sides could just crash into each other here. Proserpine Capesh next from the rest. So it's going to be 12 attacks. Needing 3s. Now what's to our advantage is our toughness for Gravis. 5s to wound. Which will make all the difference. Should do. And it does.
Just a 1.
1. And blocked. We've both bounced off each other in the centre of the table. Then across the other side, you can try and pick up wounds against this Dreadnought. Any and all wounds are welcome. So we have an aspiring sorcerer with his force weapon attacks. So 3 dice. Needing 3s. Followed by 5s. 1 goes through. -1. 3 up. Blocked. Then we're on to a regular Rubik Marine. So it's going to be, it's just going to be 2 attacks for a close combat weapon. 1 hit. 6 for a wound. Nothing. And then on to the Exalted Sorcerer.
Which is 5 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 attacks with the stave.
Needing 2s.
Nice.
1. And then strength 6.
5 to wound.
1.
Just the 1.
-1.
Blocked. Bounced across there as well. Okay, and combat's resolved. So it marks the end of the turn. I've dumped Eredinal because I think that fight's just going to drag on. And then bring it down was achieved with the Lord of Change being brought down for 4 points. And then 5 points of primaries. Takes us to 11 points in total. Mike's on 15. So even enough on the scores. The advantage and the initiative, I think, is with the Thousand Suns. Mike's got good units available here and the opportunity to strike on this flank. Terminators are certainly going to be tough enough holding the middle. And then the Dreadnought is a tricky one over on that flank. We'll see what happens. We're going to go on to turn 3, middle stage of the game, for the Thousand Suns next. All right, turn 3 here. Some dastardly tricks Mike has up his sleeve to... surprise, well, shouldn't be surprised. I mean, it's refreshing to see it being applied so quickly here as Mike gets used to the options that are available for this Thousand Suns force. Eredinal and Cleanse. Cleanse has been retained and Mike's going to press on with that plan. Battle Shock was passed here again. We think you check every turn. Yeah, so Mike has to keep checking, but he's passed again and anchored that objective. Great news for the Thousand Suns is 1, 2, and 3 objectives were held. So 15 points coming through, so massive surge on primaries. So some tricks with him. He is useful to have hanging around at the back. He's jumped 10. These have moved a little bit, but they're going to do the cleanse on the objective. Backing away out of close combat with this squad across here. So the Brutalis is now not engaged. Terminator's happy just to continue on fighting there in the middle. It could be a grinding process that continues on for a good while. Terminator's holding position as well. They don't want to get overwatched by a variety of units. They're just going to hold the line in the face of that Dreadnought. Then across here, with the momentum and the advantage now, surging through both of these units to lay down Bolter and Flame here against the Eradicators. And I think that's all the moves done. Okay, we're going to go on to Psychic abilities first, then shooting. So first trick here, Mike's going to use the Doombolt ability, on the Exalted Sorcerer on disc. 2 dice. 8, not bad. So can you push that further to get extra?
Yep, so
8 in total so far.
If I can get an 11, it'll be D3 plus 3. As it stands, it'll only be 3. It'll be D3, sorry, yeah, so...
Oh, 6, right, okay, he's got it. With no doubles as well. Expertly done. And we're looking at D3 plus 3. 5. Down to 5 wounds left. Nice. Real good. Okay. And then we're going to shift across to the next psychic ability. Models restored, by the way, for Exalted Sorcerer's ability on the unit across the other side. They restored a model. Yeah. Temporal Surge. Mike did need to roll 3 dice to do it. He'll fly over the top. He's a cheeky fellow. He's handy. Mike's going to move him in. And, does the disc guy have grenades?
Yes.
He does? Okay, that's so useful. So potentially grenades can be thrown, and then charging in with a stave here to take on the Dreadnought. It's incredible. That's a very useful unit. So that's that ability. There's a couple more that Mike can do. 7 scored so far. This is Destiny's Ruin being cast. It's gone off, and then Mike's going to try and boost it. 10.
It's off from 10, but it's off for D3. 2, so I'll just take the back one off.
Here.
Sorry, it was from that unit there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. It goes off, and that's going to max out on that one. Yep.
Yeah, and then I'll do the Twist of Fate, which gives me an extra AP on them, yeah.
Yes, worth it.
So I need a 9. 6, 7, 8.
8. Add in the third, but you need to roll it just in case you get the double, which you don't. Okay, and that goes off as well. So I'm going to put two markers on there. One's come from each of those squads. Just try and stack things in Mike's favour here when he comes to shoot. So next up's the grenade strat being used. Going to do that now.
6 dice, needing 4s.
Yeah, it's all right. It's great. 3. Drop it down to 2 wounds left on that Dreadnought. As we've said already, no real dedicated anti-tank, But little tricks being used to pick up wounds and grind away against armoured targets effectively enough so far. Well, yeah, go on then. I suppose they're shooting now, which is...
Blast.
Yeah, Astral Blast. Ouch. It's Torrent as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and devastating. So these 6 shots.
6! Unit of the game.
6. Needing 2s.
2s to...
Hit.
No, Torrent. You got 6 hits. You're looking at Exalted Sorcerer. This is Disco Guy. Yeah.
So, right.
Yeah, so no, keep that result. 6 hits is fine. So we're looking at strength then.
4. Sorry, strength 6.
Strength 6. So 5's to wound. 2 go through.
2.
Anything minus.
Minus 2.
Ouch. 4 ups. 1 goes through. Damage.
D3.
3 plus to kill.
Oh, pressure. Yay!
Done it. Could blow up. No, Dreadnought removed. Wow. So we'll just take stock of this. The Disco model is over there, moved across. Doombolt 5 wounds. Grenade 3 more wounds. Shot and 2 more wounds. Strip 10 wounds off of Brutalis Dreadnought and brought it down. He is pretty good. And I think he's 100 points. Mm-hmm. And plus, it hasn't happened yet, but he's got a built-in enhancement to give him once per game a 2+ invulnerable save.
Yeah.
And you see how useful he is just floating around by himself. He can just go and do his own thing, and he's not really dragging other units with him and so on. He can zip around the board. That's incredible. Just checking if Temporal Surge can be done on non-infantry units, but I think the answer is yes. You just get the extra D6 or extra 6-inch move. Mm-hmm. So all looking good for him. It's a very useful unit indeed. So we pushed ahead and resolved the rest of the firepower. Bear in mind the Terminators have pistol, so all of their weapons, none of them are blast, so they've come through, taking out 2 of the heavy intercessors. And across here, combined firepower coming through caused a fair bit of trouble, not a wipeout. We've lost half the squad though for the Eradicators. That is shooting phase finished. Terminators turned and gunned down the Lieutenant as well, taking him out also. We're going to charges next. So we've pressed ahead. There's been no real fresh charge. Well, no, this was a fresh charge across here. Took out 1 more of the Eradicators. They struck back. Well, it's the captain that did the damage, taking out 2 of the Rubric Marines. In one save, helping out a little bit. And then across here, as we went first. We got no wounds at all from the captains. Nothing against these Terminators, and they struck back and took out 2 of the models, and then one of them's got a wound left, but they're continuing grind there in the middle of the board. So that's combat's resolved. There's no combats around the corner. All Space Marines have been eradicated from that flank. Terminators didn't charge. They're happy just to try and hold. No, you are physically holding the Dreadnought there because there is no gap for me to get through, so it's stopping him from moving out. End of turn, we'll calculate points. We've been discussing the game. It looks like the Imperial Fists won't be able to recover from this. They've lost both flanks. They're held in the middle. And they're kind of held here on the back line as well. So 1,000 Suns have kept the Space Marines back, and the points gap is going to be too great for us. So score coming through, it's been hefty enough with the primaries here for the 1,000 Suns. 15 points picked up for primaries, and then 2 points picked up for cleanse, and Arid and Art, Mike's leaving. That one takes the 1,000 Suns to 32 points, and the Imperial Fists on 11 at this stage. So we're going to call the game here at this point. It's been a real learning curve for sure, and promising signs from this new 1,000 Suns force. Thanks to W Studios. A big shout out to them. Great idea for sending an army through. They've said potentially they're going to send sample armies through to showcase on the channel. I think that's a very exciting move. The 1,000 Suns, the first of those armies to arrive. Fantastic paint job. I'll just zoom in here to one of the units. That's their Terminators with their brilliant basing scheme they've done. Do get in touch with Art W Studios for your own painting commission work. Link for them below. You can contact them through the website. I may contact them initially through the WhatsApp they have available. But Art W Studios, big thanks to them for sending the army. And hopefully we'll enter them into the league. Certainly a different theme and style going on. Great to see some units that we don't usually feature for the 1,000 Suns. So great to have a second army with its own style here. And I reckon we could put Mike in charge of those going forwards, and he can run the army in his own style. Hopefully, we can put this Thousand Sons force into the league as well. So, units of the game for both sides. Big shout out to Dumpy Grimbo for his support at silver level on Patreon. So, it's obvious for the Thousand Sons, as Mike's going to go for the Exalted Sorcerer on the disc. Fantastic move from him, pretty much helping to rescue that flank there with his move, Doombolt Grenade, shooting attacks that managed to bring the Brutalis Dreadnought down. And then for the Imperial Fists, we're going to go for the Heavy Intercessors. Their disciplined multi volley coming through took out the Lord of Change. An impressive display of firepower from them, using a combination of stratagems to make them effective enough. So that is units of the game for both sides. Keep a lookout for more battle reports on the channel, and keep a lookout for this Art W Studio army in action again. And then the Imperial Fists, they will leave here, lick their wounds, and return again. As I've mentioned at the start, we do have units on the painting desk for them as we look to refine and finish off the list for them as well. Great game. Thanks for watching. Tune in next time.